So let's imagine that the year is 2300 AD. What will borders look like at this time? I'm going to make the assumption that Earth never unites into one country because I simply don't believe that will happen. If this is the case, then we are going to have many different border types. Think some planets or moons being united, some being divided, and some countries owning land on multiple planets or moons. The line between corporation and country will also be blurred. Many countries will be home to many corporations, however, many smaller ones may just be one corporation. In general, the more populated an area is, the more likely it will be to be divided. However, there will of course be many exceptions. So remembering that the main idea is to have many different types of borders, here is an astropolitical landscape that I quickly came up with for the year 2300 AD. Remember that the line between corporation and country will likely be blurred, so I am not distinguishing between the two for the purpose of this video. First of all, the part of my hypothesis that I'm the most confident about is what the borders around gas giants like Jupiter will look like. The only moons around Jupiter with populations larger than 50,000 will be Callisto and Ganymede, so these will be the only ones divided between multiple countries. All the other ones will be either their own country, owned by a country hosted on Callisto or Ganymede, or still a territory or colony of Earth or Mars. Around Jupiter, there is the Jovian Union, which is the largest country around Jupiter, and these people believe that Jupiter should be united as one country, but not everyone agrees with them, so we have various other countries too. So the given colonies in a given area that are part of the same country are united as one. Like for example, if the United States founds a bunch of colonies on Ganymede, then those colonies will likely form one country. And if the United States also founds a bunch of colonies on Callisto, then those will also form one country. And if those two countries decide not to join the Jovian Union, they will likely remain their own countries. But there is a chance that they could unite due to cultural similarities, which is exactly what happens to the Mosuke Union, which is basically a union of Japanese colonies around Jupiter that decided to unite for the mutual prosperity of colonies founded by Japan, which are still majority Japanese culture. All of the colonies on Saturn decided to unite into one country, forming the Saturnian Union simply because, well, I think the chances are, just due to probability, I think the chances are fairly high that at least one of the gas giants will decide to unite into one country, so that's what I did with them. With Uranus having 4 moons with fairly large populations, by fairly large I mean above 500,000, I decided to divide into different countries, the largest of course being similar to Jupiter, the Uranian Union, but not everyone wants to be united under them, so we have various other countries running about Uranus. Similar to Jupiter, for all the smaller moons, they'll be either their own country, owned by a country on Earth or Mars, or be owned by one of the countries on one of the larger moons. Neptune has a total population of only around 1.5 million, and it's likely that very few countries actually decide to go all the way out there and found colonies, and therefore decide that they should just all be united under one country. There's a chance that it might not happen like that, but for this fictional setting, they are one country, the Neptunian Union. The situation looks similar for Ceres and Eros and other asteroids and dwarf planets that are large enough to sustain permanent populations. The larger ones will likely be divided between multiple countries, whereas the smaller ones will likely just be their own country or will form some kind of union. That's all I'm gonna do for now. I want to make a video about the borders of Mars and our moon Luna too, but I haven't really given too much thought into that for now. So if that's something you'd like to see, then be sure to like the video and subscribe. And if it's something you're not too interested in seeing, then why not like and subscribe anyway? And just tell me what your overall thoughts of the video are. Do you think I'm going in the right direction, or am I completely off? Let me know. If you have any other video ideas for videos that are trying to predict the future of the solar system and maybe beyond, then well, let me know and I might try and do that too someday. If I've made any other videos like this, then well, it's on screen right now and you can watch it now. And if I haven't done that, then you can go watch this other video on screen.